Islam will never have his way in Igbo land. Islam will never temper. They don't even try and say they won't even welcome Islam for Igbo land. And that is the only problem we Igbo man get for this Nigeria. Because of say, we know they bear Emeka Mohammed, Emeka Sheikh, Emeka Gumi, Emeka Abubakar. I didn't say they bear all those Abubakar, Gumi, Sheikh. That time will come be the real patriotic citizen of Nigeria. Listen, we are not even interested in your Nigeria anymore. We are not interested in your Nigeria. That's your one Nigeria. We Igbo people, we are not interested in it again. You understand? So stop all this propaganda that they are prosecuting Igbo Muslim in Igbo land. This, that. We don't know what is called Islam. Okay, all what we know is what tradition and Christianity. We don't belong to Islam, and Islam will never have his way in Igbo land. Islam is a cancer to the world. Islam is a terrorist religion. I said it myself. Be warned.
Dear Northern Muslims, when did all this fake love and eye service for the Igbos start? Suddenly, you all are now conversing support and love for Igbo Muslims, or whatever you all call that. I don't even care. You guys have been coming up with lies, propaganda, and calumny just to find reasons to sow seeds of discord in Igbo land. Well, listen to me. You all better stop that nonsense. Because we Igbos, in the first place, don't fight over religion. Nah, we don't do that. We have only demanded and fought for Biafra. Biafra is not about religion. It was about survival, justice, and self-determination. When it comes to religion, we are relatively peaceful people and religious tolerant people. We are mostly Christians and traditionalists, but have you seen Islam? It is a direct opposite of who and what we are. The totality of our essence and worldview screams anti-Islam. I can't get better Lakuba. Not be possible. Nah. You know, the truth is that Igbos are the primary reason why Nigeria has not and cannot be Islamized. The Igbos are the reason why Nigeria is still a secular country. Look at the north. Islam has spread through all the northern states and all the southwestern states, that even Sharia laws reign supreme. Listen, we don't give a hoot about your Islam and whatever, but just know that Islam has no room in Igbo land. That's the reason you are hating us. We know now, right from outset. Igbo stood like a brick wall, stopping Islam from ravaging Nigeria. We know. It is only in Igbo land that Islam met fierce resistance. 99.99% of Igbos are Christians and traditionalists. Islam came to Igbo land first before Christianity, but our ancestors rejected it vehemently because it is a direct opposite of who we are and what we believe. If you come to Yoruba land today, more than half of the population are now Muslims. We are talking of over 60%, even in mixed regions like Delta and Edo. Igbo extractions like the Anyoma and Ibanke remained largely Christians and continued to support religious freedom and diversity. Now let us be clear about something important. The Igbo people did not reject Islam out of hatred for Muslims. They rejected Islam as a social and political system because it did not align with Igbo culture, values, and way of life. This is a very important difference. The traditional Igbo society is independent and egalitarian. This means no single ruler controls everyone's thoughts or lives. Decisions are made through discussions and consensus. Everyone has a voice, no matter their background. People are encouraged to question, debate, and think for themselves. In Igbo communities, leadership is shared. Authority is not absolute. A person earns respect through wisdom, hard work, and character, not just by title or birth. Islam first came to Igbo land before Christianity. Our ancestors rejected it strongly. Why? because the form of Islam that arrived was tied to centralized authority, where power is concentrated in the hands of religious and political leaders, and obedience is often expected without question. That structure did not fit the Igbo way of life. It did not. The Igbo worldview does not support a system where one authority controls belief.
You see, Islam on its own has 1% out of 100 chances of survival in Igbo land. Here is the reason why I think so. There are a lot of ideologies, there are a lot of lifestyle of an Igbo man that is totally opposite of the northern lifestyle. And Igbo man sees Islam. Forget about we all know that Islam originated from the Arabs, but Igbo man, an average Igbo man sees Islam as a northern Nigerian religion. You get the point? So the same way Igbo man hates the lifestyle of the northern Nigerians with passion is the same way that they hate everything that has to do with the northern Nigeria. I'm sorry for using that word. Igbo people, let's say the truth, let's just face reality. Igbo people hate the lifestyle of the northern Nigeria because they are parasitic in nature. All this their Almajiri lifestyle, all these their centralized leadership that takes them away from reasoning. There are a lot of things about the northern Nigeria which will make an Igbo man never to accept Islam. So if the North, as they are pushing, if they actually want to convert the Igbo people into their religion, which is Islam, there are some things that they need to start doing. Number one, they should start pushing for national growth, personal growth. These two things, national growth, personal growth, they should start pushing for it. That's number one. Number two, they should start becoming more like, they should start becoming industrious. They should get rid of these their Almajiri lifestyle of begging, just carrying plate everywhere and be begging for survival. It irritates the Igbo people. This thing that comes with their religion, which is called Sharia, it is against the Igbo ideology, because an Igbo man wants to live in a liberal society where he can be free to practice any religion that he feels to, where he can be free to do anything that he wants. That's the kind of society that an Igbo man craves for. Until the northern Nigerian start addressing these things, it will be very difficult for them to penetrate Igbo land. Igbo man can never accept Sharia. We can't live in that kind of society. It's better you unalive all of us instead of forcing us into that kind of society. We can't. It's not compatible with us.
What's this craziness? What's so special about being an Igbo Muslim? What's so special? Why is there no craziness about Edo Muslims, Ijo Muslims, Yoruba Muslims, Igala Muslims, Nupe Muslims, and the likes of them? So why is Igbo Muslim a thing of joy or controversy? Something that is making the Muslims in the north to start agitating online, start shouting, Igbo Muslim, Igbo Muslim. What's that thing? What is so special about the Igbos being Muslims? What are you people really looking for in Igbo land that you are so happy that some people claim they are Igbo Muslims? We've been having Hausa Christians, Fulani Christians, and from every other tribe. And you never see anybody in the East being so joyfully or even making it a hashtag. The same people you are even unaliving, you are killing them. When we say we don't want Islam in Igbo land, it's not because of out of fear or anything. We are not afraid. Igbos are not afraid of anybody. Understand? We are only concerned about our existence, about the well-being of our society, our children, our family. Because Islam in this part of the world is nothing to write home about. It's barbaric, it's pathetic, it's unfriendly. It is not a peaceful religion or a religion of peace per se, hiding under that cloak. That is why we don't want it in Igbo land. As simple as that. We don't want a religion that will come and bring issues, adding issues to the already existing issues on ground. If Islam was a very, very good thing, our ancestors would have embraced it, just like Christianity. They would have embraced it. It would have been so popular. Embrace it very, very well. In those days, our ancestors allowed their children to attend church services, to attend mass, to go to church, to go and meet the missionaries out of their own free will. Why didn't they embrace Islam? Just like that. Because of what? They were wise. They saw that there is no future in Islam. It is a problem. That Islam is a problem. Of what benefit has Islam been to the North that the Igbos should be very happy to embrace it? I just need somebody to tell me one benefit of Islam in Nigeria or to the Northerners that is making you people so crazy about Igbo being Muslims. It can never happen. And those of you who are claiming that you are Igbo Muslim, it's just about, they are not even up to 1%, those who are claiming Igbo Muslim. But those ones majorly coming out to say they are Hausas with pseudo accounts, they are Yorubas with pseudo accounts, and some of them who were also born in and raised in the East. They know how to speak Igbo and the rest, and Ibagwa and Axis and the rest and the likes of them. So we now come out and frame Igbo Muslims. Both the traditionalists in Igbo land, the Christians in Igbo land, every other, they reject Islam. Understand? We reject Islam. If it is a good thing, we accept it. But Islam is a problem. Not just in Nigeria, but to the world. That is why Japan and the likes of other countries, they don't accept Islam or even any other religion. Particularly Islam. It's not accepted. Because of what? The barbaric nature. The hostile nature. We are not ready to give up the peace of our land. Because since people have found out that, okay, there's no way you could come through your Sharia law or through your herdsmen Ruga nonsense. You are now coming to claim you have Igbo Muslims. You are not making it a hashtag. What is so special about we Igbos being Muslim? Tell me one benefit. One benefit. I just want to know one benefit that Islam is going to bring to us Igbos. Tell me one benefit. Just one. Mention one. I will also tell you the benefit that Christianity and the missionaries has brought to Igbo land, which is very, 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 very clear. Even though they distorted most of our cultures and tradition, but not in the way that the Islam are going about killing people, barbaric rules, laws, and all those kind of nonsense. But still, they still brought a lot. Even the same Christianity are the ones bringing development in the North. The same place they have Islam and their Sharia law. The same missionaries are the ones going to the North, bringing healthcare, bringing education, and the likes of them. So what benefit is Islam if not for trouble? You people are looking for a way to penetrate us and bring in your laws, to cause trouble, to marry our girls in a young age, to divide families. And that is what we are not going to allow. Let's manage the ones we have already. You understand? We are not saying nobody doesn't have a right to freedom, but no, we are collectively as Igbos protecting our identity, protecting our society, protecting our existence, protecting our children. You understand? Just as Japan doesn't want any religion, or China, same way we say no to Islam. Any other, if it is something like Buddhism or Zoroastrianism or those kind of Eastern religion, nobody is going to come out to say anything because those people are not troublemakers. You understand? They are just, you haven't heard about them that they caused issues or they are bombing or they are terrorists. All the terrorist groups we have in this world are all Islam. And we know what is happening in Nigeria between the Christians and Islam. And now you want to bring Islam to Igbo land. We say no. We say no. We reject it totally. It will never happen. It will never, never, never happen. We are not stopping anybody from having a but. Do not come and start deceiving our people or buying them, giving them money, inducing them just to become Islam. On your own. We are protecting. We are just concerned about our society. We are concerned about our nation, our people, our land. We know we have some mosques in most cities in East. That one is okay for you. We gave you those places. We allowed you for the number of maybe Muslims who are residing in that city to have the place to pray, and you understand. But coming to force your religion to deceive our people and start priding with Igbo Muslims, that's something we are not going to allow it. It's not going to happen. He's dead on arrival. Understand? He's dead on arrival. He's dead on arrival. If Islam is a very good thing, you Northerners will not bring it to the East. You don't want an Igbo man to become president, but you are so happy with Islam, Igbo Muslim. See how crazy, see how stupid most of you are. See how deceitful most of you are. A Nyamiri person can never become a president. But a Muslim is, you want us to become Muslims.
Come back to the channel. So, the viral video or voiceover that has been going on recently about an Igbo man calling for violence against Igbo Muslims and claiming that Igbos are Biafrans and cannot be Muslim. That is a very reckless and dangerous thing to say. And many Igbos across the world, they've condemned it. Because no reasonable Igbo leader, group or community will support such a thing. Because violence is not Igbo culture and it's not Biafra ideology. But again, what is obvious now is how some northern voices are quickly grabbing this audio and they try to turn it into a propaganda. Instead of focusing on condemning the individual behind the voice notes, they are all pushing a bigger narrative that Igbo Muslims are facing, or yes, they are facing genocide. And that claim does not match reality, because there is no organized campaign by Igbo communities against Igbo Muslims. There are no mass attacks, no policies, no movements targeting these people. And one thing that is sure is that one hateful voice note, it does not equal to a genocide. So this pattern is just something that is familiar, because anytime tension tries to show up in the southeast, some northern commentators, they just exaggerate it to score political and religious points. They frame Igbos as intolerant while ignoring the long history of religious violence in other parts of Nigeria. And this selective outrage is dishonest. If genocide is the standard, then many regions would just have serious questions to answer first. And one thing that is very familiar is the fact that coming here to say that the majority of Igbos are Christians. We don't know for sure if that is true, but one thing we know is that saying majority of Igbos are Christians and they are also Biafras, and so they are trying to attack the Igbo Muslims, is totally wrong. This is not an insult or a denial of anyone's rights, but it is a demographic fact. Christianity has been dominant in Igbo land for decades. At the same time, Igbo Muslims, they exist and have existed peacefully within Igbo society, running businesses, marrying freely, and also living without systematic persecution. Disagree with this or not, one thing that is there is that these people are just trying to paint this thing as Igbos versus Igbo Muslims, and I feel that's a very lazy and dangerous framing. The real issue is one irresponsible individual who went there or sent a voice note of what he intends to do, and this has nothing to do with the general community. So Northerners pushing this narrative, they have to be honest enough to admit that one voice note does not define millions of people. Igbos are right if they come out to blast these people, because at the same time they are trying to condemn hate. And one thing is sure, unity is built on truth, not propaganda. And if Nigerians truly care about peace, then they have to stop inflaming situations and start calling out extremism everywhere, not only when it fits a convenient story. Well, what's your take on this? Do let me know what you think in the comment section. And if today is the first time joining my channel, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe.